We have patients who've taken their blood samples and got stem cell transplants done, not just in India, but also in US, Singapore, and many other countries, and our samples have been accepted for use there. We have been able to raise capital at various stages, so that we could increase the awareness of these services, make them more affordable. 2 rounds of investment, first with Helion Ventures way back in 2014, and then just about a year and a half back by OrbiMed Ventures, about 225 crores was raised to support the growth agenda. We work beyond just the storage of stem cells. We also preserve the placental tissue, convert them into natural wound bandages. And more than 1 million placental tissues are distributed all over the world. We are the only provider of that tissue in India. We also are dealing with genomic services. We screen the maximum number of pregnancies and newborns in the country for inherited genetic disorders. Today, we are expanding our portfolio of services, and what is different here is that not only these services, while these services are being available already, by most routine labs, what is different today is that for the first time in the country, this is going to be possible to do it right in the privacy of one's home. Right? One doesn't need to come into contact with anyone. One doesn't have to walk into a clinic. One doesn't have to have a phlebo come home and do a collection. You order the kits virtually. You receive the kit box through courier, very discreet packaging, so that the privacies continue to be maintained. You collect the sample at your convenient time, right? It doesn't have to be done in immediate collection. Sometimes you need to do at a specific time, like on a hormone test you need to do on the day 2 or day 3 of the cycle. The kits are picked back by a return courier system. They reach our central processing lab in Chennai, which is a premier facility, which is about 70,000 plus square feet. We do wide range of tests, about 3,500 different kinds of tests. Every day we process thousands of samples out there. We are a registered now sperm bank also. And what is important with all of these tests, why are we doing it? Right? It is because some of these tests are associated with a lot of personal concerns. Right? People find it as a stigma to talk about sexually transmitted diseases, talk about even menopause. A lot of women don't even discuss with their families and near dear ones because they think people around them won't understand them. So delays in testing causes a lot of concerns. Not only it increases the cost of doing treatment later on, it makes it more complex. Do it at the right time, it's simpler, cheaper. More importantly, you also save lives, right? Something like an HPV cancer screening done at the right time, can actually prevent the progression of cancer. So we're addressing concerns from not just women's health. We're talking about men's health, fertility. A couple at home doesn't have to deal with the stress of knowing what's the cause of infertility. And a lot of them go to self-medication. A lot of them delay the time that it takes to get to the clinics to get the right answers. And we hope that we can solve for those problems. Provide the right answers in a timely manner, in a private and convenient, confidential manner. Right? And we have labs which are already servicing clinicians across the country. We have more than 200 plus cities where we do the collections of these samples from. We have more than 4,000 plus clinicians who refer these samples to us. So the same labs where we do these routine testings is where they're also being repurposed to also do these self-collection testing also. And what we do is, once the samples are collected, we also provide the complete comprehensive service. Not only do we test these samples, we can also, like sperm, we can even freeze them down for future use. Today, someone who is not ready to start a family but concerned about future fertility, we can solve for that also by having them frozen for at least 10 plus years. We also provide them consultation with a network of virtual doctors and physical clinics also where we can refer to them for the treatments also. And what we've done is with this integrated approach, hopefully, provided, the ability to do proactive health management, right? So that the health is addressed comprehensively, timely, cost effectively also.